EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Bronco switch. Ready?
Second down, Jacobs once more. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's on his way. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense, very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 88 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Dances by him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Counter play with Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Alert! Alert!
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start. as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Herbert on first down now. And his throw here's incomplete. Second and 10. Herbert. Man open left side is Brown. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Man.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. How to approach this? Third down and 16 yards to go. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Got it. Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, Hannah, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check that.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down and 13. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
65, Jack. 65. Trap 60. Trap 60. Top low 18. Ready.
Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ready up. Let's make these babies proud. Cardinals. Go.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. Herbert now. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Gets past one man. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he coughed it up.
Hustle, hustle.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Prescott from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Hold the ready.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Rig alert, rig alert. Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Ready.
Prescott off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Rig, rig.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
On 1st down, Hannah. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Let's go.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
18, Pioneer. Check, 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 check. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap
19
off.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to it after the pick-6. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
65 catch.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 29 yards. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Go.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Play fake. Here's Prescott. To the sideline and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And that's complete to Adams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. One last shot now for Prescott. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this?